Hello everybody, today I'm exploring a new plugin from Universal Audio. It's their take on the Fender Showman from 1964. It's called the Showtime 64 amp. And I want to show you what tones you can get out of it. Also I want to explore how the amp sounds with humbuckers as well as single coil pickups, and get some tones and see what you can do with this amp. So for this demo I'm going to be using my new PRS. It's a lovely guitar I've just recently got that has humbuckers as well as coil tabs, so you can get the single coil sound as well. So we will cover a bunch of different sounds that you can get from this amp, as well as show you a little bit of the interface and how you can use it as well. So I'm gonna open up the amp, and this is what you get. This is the standard. When you open the plugin, this is exactly what you get from as an interface. So you have the in, which is the input gain. You have the room, which is the reverb of the room, and then you have the out. That's the output of the plugin. I've noticed straight away that it's a little bit quiet. If you see my input gain, it feels like I'm a little bit hot, so I might dial down my input gain a little bit more. You have a couple of options in terms of microphones. Right now we're using an SM57 as well as a Ribbon 121 mic, and then at the bottom you have the different knobs that the amp would have. So you have the bright normal channel, which we're going to go through in a little bit. We have the volume, treble, middle, bass, and then you have a lovely tremolo that it's quite nice to use, and I'm going to show you a little bit more of the sound. Also, if you click here, you get a lot of different pre-made plugins that you can use. I've made my own a while ago, just to as I was playing this with this amp, just to see what kind of sounds I can get, and I've saved one of them because I really liked how it sounded. So this is what you get out of the box. Sounds lovely. Bridge pickup. I really like the sound of that. And then with the humbucker, the neck pickup. Nice and classic Fender sounds. Bridge pickup. I like that. That sounds really, really good already out of the box. So usually when I'm playing a Fender, what I might do is I might use the bright channel. So if you click here on the bottom and go from the normal to the bright, you get that tiny bit top end. That sounds lovely as well. Neck pickup. Again, for comparison, the bright channel, and then the normal channel. Sounds so different, but I like the bright. It cuts a little bit better through the mix if you had more, more instruments. Let's dial down a little bit the volume. Normally, if you dial down the volume of an amp like this, you would get less gain as well, and that's the case for this amp as well. You get it cleans up, but the good thing about it is that you don't really lose the output of your sound. That's why I like to use plugins like this, because you don't lose any volume. You just, you clean the sound, which is really good. It's almost like you had the master volume at the end of the amp. I might add a little bit more room reverb, because I do like some reverb. That sounds lovely. Let's play a little bit with the tremolo. If you click here, then you have the speed and intensity. I might do intensity maybe 2.5, and then I'm gonna keep the speed where it is. If I increase the intensity, it's a little bit too much for me, but you can go really crazy with it. So the intensity feels like the mix button, so the more you add, the more it affects the sound. If you do maybe around like 2, it has a little bit of a wave, but it's not overpowering. This is what I like as well. Maybe around 3. You can still hear it. Anyway, let me turn this off. I really like the sound of that. Usually what I do on Fender amps, especially digital Fender amps, is I roll down the bass a little bit. I find that there's a lot of bass, and I don't really like a lot of bass in my sound. I think that sounds way, way better. But another way to influence the actual sound is going to be to change the microphones you're using, which right now we're using a 57 and a ribbon mic, and then you can scroll through different couple of different combinations. You have the condenser. It's the AKG 414. That it's a lovely microphone. Compare this one to this one. Of course, it's a dynamic replication, so it's gonna have a little bit more wide range of sound as well. If you ever recorded a guitar amp, the classic combination is a 57 and a ribbon to get both the high end of the SM57 and the low end of the ribbon, because the ribbon is usually a little bit darker, a little bit more bassy, but the condenser all as well feels really good. And then you have the option to just use a ribbon, it's a classic ribbon mic as well. That sounds really, really good. I believe on my preset that I'm gonna show you in just a second, I've used this microphone. I think that sounds lovely. I wanna now go to my presets and show you what I've done. So I've kept the bright channel, and I've increased the volume at maybe 6.3 at the moment. Treble all the way up at 10, middle at 5, bass at 3, and then I don't use any of the speed, and I do have the ribbon here. And then also the room is at 47. It has that Black Keys riff, you know, kind of vibe. I really like how the room sounds. I think that's a lovely sound, and you know, I can definitely see myself using this to write some guitar parts. Definitely some rhythm guitar parts. I really like how it sounds and how, you know, it can cut through the mix. One thing I want to try as well is I want to add a little bit of reverb, but not from the room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the room maybe around 15, and I'm going to go back to Logic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some plate reverb. Right, I'm back. I've just added a little bit of plate reverb on a bass. As you can see, it's the Universal Audio plate reverb. It's really a lovely reverb. I do use it a lot, and it has a lovely, you know, plate sound. And then on the amp, I do have my preset, which is, as I said, 6.3 on the volume, 10 on the treble, 5.1 on the middle, 2.8 on the bass, and then the tremolo is disengaged, and I have the ribbon, and also just notice. Let me do 15% of the room, and on the bright channel. So the neck pickup sounds something like that. If I roll the volume a little bit down on my guitar, it cleans quite nicely. Bridge pickup. Two pickups together. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? And then I'm gonna coil tap a little bit at the neck. I think that's a lovely sounding plugin, and actually this plugin is free, so you can download it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Just you have to sign up with Universal Audio. You don't need to have any Universal Audio gear or hardware to use this plugin, so definitely go and check it out. Anyway, thank you to Universal Audio that sent me this plugin to use and to try, and thank you to you that you stayed till the end of the video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked this review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.